Right, I just wanted to give you an update about the progress with Operation Watertight. I've gotten pretty much one half of the RV resealed. I'm just going through and any of the sealant joints anywhere that I can find that have any sort of compromise, pinhole even, I'm peeling the whole joint and just redoing the whole thing. I got this little window done. I got the main window that was leaking totally done. So a brand new seal all the way around the inside, and then a new bead of ProFlex all the way around the top and halfway down the sides. Same thing, this one didn't get a new interior seal, but it did get a fresh coat of ProFlex all the way around. This seems to be like where the finished piece and the actual wall of the RV like meet. And I'm assuming there's a bunch of screws behind here, but all of these joints, this is like rubber as well, just a rubber cover, and all of these joints were totally blown out on both sides all the way around the whole RV. So I went ahead and put fresh ProFlex in here. I didn't see any water damage inside, but this whole sealant edge around the outdoor shower was totally gone, so I'm sure that was leaking. This whole edge with this bead as well, all the way up to the top, over the top, around the back cap of the RV, and then back down this side. I'm long sleeve, big hat, because it's like 95 degrees outside right now, and I think it's over 100 with the feels like temp, and I have zero shade in the backyard where I'm working on this thing. So a lot of breaks, a lot of water, slow goings. The most manual labor intensive thing about this is peeling off the old sealant. That's such a freaking job. It just takes forever. But then once you get it off and get it clean, putting the fresh sealant back on is actually a really quick and easy process. I've been using painter's tape so I can get a clean edge on the sealant, and it's coming out looking very nice. I'm liking the progress. Still got this whole side of the RV to do though. A lot of work still to do, but it's coming along. I'm gonna take you up to the roof because I wanted to show you something that I found that was, in my opinion, should have been taken care of when this thing was getting built, but it wasn't. So up here on the back edge, you'll see all this expanding foam right in here. There was literally like about a 1/4 inch gap between these two caps, and then behind this there was at least close to 3/4 if not an inch gap down here from where the rubber roof membrane wraps down the side of the RV wall behind this aluminum cap. So I filled that with expanding foam. I'm going to trim all this up. All I really wanted to accomplish with this was to have something for the sealant to actually sit on. That way it would make contact from this rubber piece to this side cap on the roof. And then phase 2 of Operation Watertight is going to be getting rid of all this old nasty self-leveling lap sealant. The dealership put this beautiful brush on whatever this is, like I'm sure it's a EPDM rubber roof coating of some sort, but they didn't bother prepping underneath of it. So I can literally just peel this up with my fingertip, back away from these joints. I've already scraped a lot of this up already, that's why it looks so awful, but they've done it on the whole roof. Literally the edge of the entire roof, all around every single seam. So I'm gonna have a job pulling all of that down. So here is a little more of what I was talking about. It seems like the self-leveling sealant at the bottom, the original stuff, something happened to where it bubbled up and created a trough. Instead of doing what it was supposed to do, it like expanded, and so some of it's fine, like right here, but then underneath of that is all of this nasty looking bubbly stuff, so it never really sealed itself. So this has been a problem for a long time. I've never seen that before. I've never peeled up old self-leveling lap sealant before until now, but this just doesn't seem right. This seems like this was a defect from the get-go, but of course it's 10 years old now, so there's that. Has anybody else had this issue with lap sealant, and does anyone know what could have been the cause? Because I'm totally clueless. I'm baffled. All right, I just wanted to give you an update on Project Watertight. I literally have one more window to go, and then I'm done with the sides all the way around of this new RV. And man, does it feel good to know that nothing is going to be leaking on this RV for a long time to come, because I've literally touched it all myself. Now, I want to give you some tips, because I did run into a DIY repair that I don't know if it was the old owner or if it was a dealership that it was at once before. They did some reseals, but they did it with the wrong thing. They resealed it with silicone, like kitchen and bath type silicone. It wouldn't have been a problem if there hadn't have been a compromise where they had sealed the joint from, I don't know if it was just old age or if they didn't prep the surface right and it separated, but long story short, there was a pinhole. So I started scraping, realized it was silicone, and then realized that even if I got the razor blade out and messed up the paint, which I did in a few spots on this line here on the side of the RV, that I was not going to get all of this silicone residue off. And that is actually the problem with silicone and putting it on joints where you will probably be doing regular maintenance and resealing them anyway, is once you get it on, you can never get it off, or at least that's what I was thinking. So I got a hold of my buddy that's in Orlando that runs Superior Detailer. If you're looking for the utmost in profession in having anything done, paint protection, anything to your car, get a hold of Superior Detailer. But he turned me onto this 3M Advanced Adhesive Remover, and this is still really slow going when you start scraping off any sort of silicone, because you have to spray just a light amount, scrape until it runs dry, spray again, scrape until it runs dry, and keep repeating that process until there's finally no more residue. So what I've learned is do not ever put silicone on your RV. Use an RV approved sealant or marine sealant. And if you do run into a problem and you have to remove some silicone and you don't want to mess up the paint on your RV, 3M Advanced Adhesive Remover and a smaller plastic scraper, and it will do wonders. That's what I got for you right now. Stay tuned. Operation Watertight is still underway. This is another thing that's hindering my progress. Every day around 3 o'clock, I gotta stop because the sky wants to open up. But that's all right, Mr. Storm. You can go ahead and come on down. I had to show you all this because despite all of the BS, what's just on the other side of this door is exactly why I'm doing all of this right now. Look at that rainbow, dude. So cool. That's why I'm sweating my ass off so we can get on the road. Cannot wait to get that kind of view from the Midwest again, especially. Reminds me of when we made camp just out of Mesa Verde. As soon as we set up and walked outside the trailer, big old rainbow showed up right over the mountain just next to us. It was amazing. So cool.